Hello and welcome to the very first edition of Raidou's Game Room. This is the channel where we'll be looking at my game room, do some game reviews and retrospectives. So come on aboard and let's do a review. The first review is Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus for PlayStation 2. In an age ruled by platformers, one game dared to be different. In 2002, Sucker Punch released the PS2 exclusive Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus, which featured platforming, but with a twist. In this game, you aren't your noble hero, you're the sneaky, stealthy thief, Sly Cooper, who steals things and is seen as a criminal of the law. Platforming was big at this time as you had Nintendo's Mario, Sega's Sonic, and Sony's previous platformer, Crash Bandicoot, but Sucker Punch promised to deliver a new mascot of which you haven't seen before. Sly Cooper was dropped with critical acclaim. Though the game was not a massive success sales-wise, it sold enough copies to earn a sequel and a Greatest Hits edition. The game received some name changes in various regions throughout the world. In Europe, the game was titled Sly Raccoon because Cooper is another word for male reproductive organ in Europe. In Japan, however, it received the coolest name in my opinion, Phantom Thief Sly Cooper. To help me determine the game's rating, we'll be looking at gameplay, story, and final thoughts. So come aboard and see if Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus lives up to its reputation. As I just stated a moment ago, Sly Cooper is a platformer, a 3D platformer to be more specific. This is one of the three sacred platformers for the PS2, as I like to call them, the others being the Jak series, the Ratchet & Clank series, and of course, the Sly Cooper series. This one was unique, however, as it had stealth elements that involved performing incredible and athletic feats to accomplish certain missions, not really what you would expect to see in platformers at the time. The environments are lush and contain a unique art style and cel-shaded graphics that just complement each other so well. The level design is very well put together, and something you would expect to see out of early 2000s cartoon, and it looks amazing for its time. The maps were built up from a hub world, kind of like the Crash Bandicoot games where you would go to the world and go through other levels and stuff like that through the main hub world. It worked very well for what it was trying to do. Some levels had you playing as Sly's friends as Murray's racing missions, which were absolutely atrocious, let me tell you. The controls were goddamn awful. And then, Bentley's hacking missions made an early appearance here towards the end of the game. Also, by finding these clue bottles scattered all throughout the mission, you'll be able to collect them all and open the safe at the end of every mission to get a new page of the Thievius Raccoonus, which unlocks a new ability for Sly Cooper to use. Also, after doing every single mission, you're able to go back and beat him again, except this time timed. It's called a time trial. I personally haven't played those, but I'm assuming it's a lot of fun. I'm not too good on the whole racing to beat the mission type of thing. I like to absorb the scenery and enjoy it. Enemies aren't too diverse in this game, as each world contains the same three basic enemies with different skins on them. You got like your guy who throws something, and then the guy who shoots, and then, it's not too different, but it works. And no enemy is really that much of a threat over the other, as it only takes one hit to finally beat Sly Cooper, but it's evenly balanced as it only takes one hit to kill them too. If you feel like this is a little too hard, don't worry. You get these things called Lucky Charms, which look like little horseshoes that pop on Sly Cooper's back after you collect 100 coins, or you find them scattered through missions, which allows Sly to get hit another time. The bosses are fun and different. Each one has a different pattern to beat it. My personal favorite is Miss Ruby, who is like a little rhythm game to beat her. The game runs pretty smooth, and I never ran into any frame rate issues. Though the game does have the occasional frame skip, it's not really too noticeable, but it's forgivable for its time. The story centers around Sly Cooper, the heir to the Cooper family name. The Coopers are a family of thieves that have existed for centuries, but have one mortal enemy, Clockwork. Clockwork has been hunting the Coopers for centuries, as they were better thieves than he ever strived to be, so out of pure jealousy and rage, he decided to hunt them down and kill them. Clockwork finally decided to strike and formed the Fiendish Five, in killing Sly's father and stealing the Thievius Raccoonus, and leaving Sly as an orphan. At the orphanage, Sly met his best friend Bentley and Murray. It would only get bigger from there as they would steal priceless items and leave their insignia at the crime scene. Now with the skills he needs, Sly is ready to retrieve Thievius Raccoonus and restore honor to his family name. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus remains to be one of my favorite games of all time. This entry is more linear than the others in the series, but it's got a unique art style and graphics that help keep it up. If you don't own a PS2, you can play the game on PS3 or Vita in the HD collection containing the original trilogy. In 2016, there will also be a movie adaptation for the game, which honestly I cannot wait to see. In the game's few flaws, it remains to be one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm sure it'll continue to amaze and bring smiles to new players for years to come. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus gets an 8 out of 10.